A pleasant good evening and welcome to SAT TV's Channel 9 Evening News. I am your presenter, Larry LaRock. Thank you for joining us. Among the major developments, Custom Officer found dead. Liat summer schedule gives customers more ways to connect. Gunmen kill 7 at Syrian pro-Assad TV station. Samuel Badre called up for West Indies match against New Zealand. Details of these and other stories after the break.
Support local, support SAT Telecommunications Ltd, the people's choice. Join hands with us. Come and sign up for your digital TV connection today. We got the sharpest, cleanest, brightest digital TV connection. No antiquated analog service, only pure digital and many new packages coming soon. With latest in sports, movies, children programming and much more. So if you have your flat screen TV and you want to see quality TV, join now. Sign up today for your digital television. Support local, support SAT Telecommunications Ltd, the people's choice.
Thank you for staying with us. Now for the details of the news. Dominica is at the juncture of taking a critical look at the systems, facilities and laws existing to deal with young people who are in conflict with the law, and hence welcome the open arms of the launching of the USAID/OECS Juvenile Justice Reform. The launching took place at the Fort Young Hotel on Tuesday, June 26. Ms. Ruth Allport, Permanent Secretary in the Foreign Affairs Ministry, says that this is an expression of the Ministry's commitment to ensuring successful implementation of the program.
The agreement is to be supported with funding from the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative. The CBSI is described as representing the new paradigm for the U.S. government's cooperation with the Caribbean on matters related to citizen safety and security. The agreement, which is valued at US $4.7 million, of which $5.8 million is to be contributed by USAID, and will run between 2011 and 2014.
In October 2011, the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, and the Secretariat of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, signed a multi-year agreement to support the reform of the juvenile justice system within the 6 independent OECS countries.
Distinguished partners, colleagues, friends, at the end of the program in 2014, we may not be able to achieve all the right things for an efficiently operating juvenile justice system, but this program is allowing us to make a concerted and collaborative effort to improve the effectiveness of our juvenile justice system. On behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I would like to assure you of our heartiest commitment and full support in this regard.
This program is expected to assist the Caribbean in moving away from the punitive model to a restorative model of young persons, to remind us that young people in difficult situations are sometimes as much victims as they are offenders. As Minister of Social Services, Honorable Gloria Schlingford is cognizant of the ills that confront the juveniles and is glad that the Juvenile Justice Program will form part of the Social Development Program geared at transforming young people who come in contact with the law.
Let me say that we are ready to make it a reality in Dominica. Of course, this initiative I know will not be successful without the involvement of other agencies, and hence I assure you that my ministry will give its best to make this program a success.
Director of Social and Sustainable Development Division of the OECS Secretariat, Mr. Bentley Brown, says that this project is being implemented at an exciting time in the OECS as we deepen our integration efforts with our new treaty aimed at improving the quality of life for the citizens.
The treaty's underpinning philosophy challenges us to strive to achieve the eradication of extreme poverty and hunger, but more specifically to strive to facilitate social development through effective participation of all sectors of society in decision-making. This is by no means a new era for the Secretariat, as in the past it has commissioned and undertaken investigations in different aspects of poverty and social vulnerability, including the area of juvenile justice.
The project seeks to advance the legislative agenda and work towards the reform harmonization of the legal system so that it is consistent with the modern practices with the juvenile justice system.
This will result in a harmonized model for juvenile justice legislation, regulation, and policies for our OECS region. Secondly, this project will assist in the overall modernization of the administration of the juvenile justice system through the support, training, technical assistance, and information sharing. Thirdly, the project seeks to support common approaches for improvement that will be advanced by incorporating restorative approaches to offenders, alternative sentencing option, and mediation as a viable option to resolving disputes.
He says that the success of the project will depend largely on the commitment and capacity of the member states to provide information, feedback, and make critical decisions on a timely basis. Mr. Stephen Hendricks, USAID representative acting for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, says that these programs are not just about vulnerable youth or children in trouble, but all about our children, families, and communities.
I come from the United States, and we do not have an ideal system. We do not have an ideal solution. But we found that when we work with families and communities and local leadership and mayors and governors and ministers and ministries and police and schools, that we make more progress. And in this case, I am thrilled to say that the United States is supporting the OECS Secretariat because they have some great leaders there. They have a great team that they've put together.
The Invest Dominica Authority, IDA, the Dominica Manufacturers Association, DME, and a delegation of local manufacturers will be attending the annual general meeting of the Association Martiniquez Pula Promotion La Industrie, AMPI, DME's counterpart in Martinique from June 27 to June 30th, 2012. The visit follows the AMPI attending the annual general meeting of the DME year last month and represents the building up of a firm relationship between the two manufacturing associations and the IDA. This is an important platform for the realization of enhanced business investments and additional collaboration between Dominica and Martinique. While in Martinique, the business delegation will be making pre-arranged visits to Martinique companies that have expressed interest in partnership arrangements with local Dominica firms with a view to formalizing possible business opportunities. IDA will present business opportunities and processes involved in the establishment and operation of businesses in Dominica, the economic partnership agreement and opportunities as it presents itself, and also facilitation services provided by the agency. IDA is mandated by law to provide facilitation services to both local and foreign investors in Dominica and serves as the secretariat of the DMA. It was an exciting day for the students of the Convent Preparatory School as they paid a visit to the fire station located in Roseau. Public Relations Officer of the Fire Department, Mr. Wayne Letta, says that this is a usual educational visit.
Well, today we are hosting students from the Convent Prep, and this is an ongoing program that we have where students, especially the preschools, they come to visit the fire station, and what we do, we tell them about what we do at the fire station, how we operate, and as you can see here right now, the officer is teaching them about the fire extinguisher. We normally give them sometimes a tour on the ladder truck, where they could get the opportunity to go up on the ladder truck and experience what it is. Sometimes the children cry, but most time they enjoy. We also try our best to let them get a sound of the siren. Yeah, the different sirens and the ambulance bell and so on. So that's normally what is happening here this morning. And
Mr. Letta says the purpose of this activity is to educate the children about the roles of a fire officer. He believes that it could be beneficial towards those interested in choosing this as a profession.
More educational than anything else, because what the students want to do is, on their field trip, they want to get the excitement and learn how the fire department operates. So that's what we teach them here.
One young man's determination to hiking proved fruitful and has transformed into a cash donation to a local organization. Mr. Shane Anthony, who is an employee of Harris Pins, was all smiles as a check of $750 was donated to the Children's Heart Fund CHF, the organization he chose as the recipient as a result of the Hike Fest challenge which he won. Mr. Anthony participated in all free hikes organized by the Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association, DHTA, during the month of May as part of Tourism Awareness Month, and was the first person to register 75,000 steps during the Hike Fest.
I always love hiking, the thing I love doing, so I just decided to participate in all three of the hikes in this year's Hike Fest. When they told us about that little draw, I won a BlackBerry from Digicel, and then we had to choose the charity. I just chose the Children's Heart Fund because basically it has to do with children in it. I have a little cousin 6 years that's sick, and that kind of spoke to me, so I just ran with it. Children's Heart Fund.
The donation was made possible by Jolly's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare, came forward and presented the DHTA with pedometers so that all hikers could keep track of the number of steps made, and they added an incentive. Jolly's donated $1 for every 100 steps to the CHF, which was selected by the first person to reach 75,000 steps, which was Mr. Anthony. Mr. Anthony says that though the walks were not so much of a challenge since he had prior experience, he did enjoy every hike that he went on.
Well, I feel good about it. Matter of fact, Miss Moore was explaining to me that they were on a huge fundraising drive, so that helped them out more, so that was good for me, make me feel good as a person.
Mr. Anthony says that his next hike is on for this weekend, and this is something that he will continue to do in the future to raise funds for deserving organizations.
I would like to see more Dominicans take part in the hikes, especially Hike Fest. It's a good experience to meet a whole lot of new people. I got the chance to help somebody else at the Children's Heart Fund, so just for Dominicans to take more part, because a lot of the hikes we go on, more than half of the people that they are foreigners, and the locals not really taking part in it. I don't know if we're just too lazy or what, but we're just not taking part in it.
Mr. Anthony added that he feels good about what he did to benefit the Children's Heart Fund. Ms. K. Robinson, the CHF treasurer, who received the check, says they were excited when they heard about the Jolly's incentive and that a hiker had selected the CHF. She also added that they are currently on a drive to raise funds, and Mr. Anthony must have heard their prayers. Ms. Robinson also expressed sincere thanks to Jolly's, Mr. Anthony, and the DHTA for making the contribution possible. She went on to say, and I quote, "One of our goals is to extend our reach to help all children with health-related illnesses, so every dollar counts." End quote. Mr. Jefferson Casey of Jolly's Pharmacy said the Hike Fest was a natural fit for them, as their major focus for sponsorship is health, and a natural element of this is exercise. So they approached the DHTA and presented them with the pedometers for all of the participants. Mr. Simon Walls, the DHTA's Public Relations Officer, says an average of 76 persons participated in each hike, with just under 10 persons completing all 3 hikes and registering their pedometers. He added that they were very pleased to partner with Jolly's in order to provide the hikers with pedometers and to able to facilitate the donation to the CHF. Investigations are currently ongoing into the mysterious death of a middle-aged man from Goodwill. Police Public Relations Officer Inspector John Carbon has more details on this story.
The police is carrying out investigations into the sudden death of 42-year-old Brian Shillingford, a customs officer of number 2 Shillingford Crescent, Goodwill. Shillingford was found lying in an unconscious state at the door of his house about 9:45 a.m. on Tuesday, 26 June 2012.
The body was transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital's Accident and Emergency Department, where it was pronounced dead by a medical practitioner. A post-mortem examination will be performed on the body and a coroner's inquest will be convened. There is no evidence of foul play at this time. SAT-TV News will provide you with an update on this story as more information becomes available. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.